Other than that, is there any issue regarding
Sir,
the?
I didn't get my marks.
And then one more thing, as per the authorities, I mean higher orders, they told to withhold the results of the students who have submitted the internals late after the deadline. So for them, I have not given the marks. Okay, those who have submitted after 3:40, I have not given the marks for them. So other than that, I have given the marks for all you people, all others, those who have attended the test within time. Then, is there anything else to be discussed? If no, I will go for the next. I will go for the next topic.
Sir, but I had submitted the answer paper exactly at 3:49 or 3:40.
Jayant, hello. Jayant?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. See, those who have submitted within time, anyhow, Google only shows, no, Google Classroom, it shows who has submitted late, who has submitted in time, everything it will show. I'll
No,
project
sir,
the
but-
screen.
So, but even if we submitted that, 1 minute early, it was showing late. I submitted my answer at 3:40, 3:39.
See, for
Even it
that,
was
I don't
showing
know.
late.
Here, we want to show the proof. So, as per the proof, I'll show you who has submitted late here. Just, they will check the proof. Okay. They told clearly that not to display the marks of the students who has submitted late. I will project the screen. You have a look of that. Okay. Those who have submitted late. Okay. Can you all see the screen? You see here, Darshan, Jayant, Chaitanya Vamsi, Kiran, Mahimaraj, Pranay Rishi, Sanjay, Saurabh, Siddharth, Srivatsan, Vijay Kumar, Vipin Singh. These students have submitted late. So that I have not evaluated till now. I will evaluate. Once the order comes from the higher authorities, I will evaluate. Okay?
Hello,
Based
sir.
on the.
Hello.
Huh?
Sir, just 1 minute I have late submitted, so that's it.
See, just 1 minute or 30 seconds, I don't know. They told don't evaluate those who are submitted late after the deadline. I are not evaluated. If they tell to evaluate, we will evaluate. Nothing is no issue with from my side. Okay. Okay.
So,
yeah, tell me.
Seventh question, sir. You told considering efficiency missing, you got 1 mark.
Yeah. See, in that question, for that also, shall I project that also?
Yeah, please, sir.
Yeah. I'll project and I'll show you the question. That means there, whatever you've done, it is correct. But you have, just a minute, I'll show you the question. See here. Yeah, in the question number 7, suggest the steam exit angle for the rotor. Okay, that is good. You have suggested based on the alpha. Okay, no problem. He is telling by considering the force exerted and the efficiency of the turbine for the following cases. That means indirectly he is asking you to find out these two, force exerted and turbine efficiency. Understood? Even though he is asking exit angle, directly he is asking exit angle. But here it is asked you to find out the force exerted as well as the efficiency of the turbine. Anyhow, force exerted, if I find out efficiency, further you can find out. So I included only efficiency term, not the force exerted. Even though you are not to find out the force exerted, I have omitted that. So just I included and reduced 1 mark only for the efficiency. Okay?
Got it. Yes.
Okay, fine. Shall I proceed for the today's class?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So for today's class, just a minute, I'll give the question.
Sir, 1 second, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, in that question, I had calculated the efficiency and the exit angle also. Yet you
those who have
deducted
found out the efficiency and exit angle, I given full marks.
No, sir, in my case, you deducted 1 mark, sir.
Okay, I have given the I think comments also. What's your name?
VS 53, sir, Shivam.
Shivam, just a minute.
Yes, sir.
Shivam.
Yes, 53.
Just a minute, Shivam. Can you see the screen?
Second, sir, Shivam Sandriyal, yes, 53.
Okay. Page, see, again at the bottom I given the comments. No, page numbers are missing because of page numbers. See, you have scored 10 out of 10 for all the questions. Because of missing page number, I reduced 1 marks in each question.
Missing page
Yes.
number?
Huh?
No,
I'll
I
project
have
the answer sheet.
included.
Yeah, no problem. I'll project the answer sheet. This is your answer sheet, no?
One second.
Yeah, this is your answer sheet. At
Yes,
the
sir.
top also there is no page number. At the bottom also there is no page number. In spite of telling so many times to put the page numbers, not only you, many of you people have not given the page numbers. Can you see? Shivam?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Say they will, I mean, even proper instructions are given from myself, HOD, as well as from the institution mail. In spite of that, if people are not following that, means we have to take some rules, some action. So we are taking that. Okay, is it clear now? Shivam?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. For others also, I am telling, I written the comment here. Why you have got the less marks? Either it is a page number missing, signature missing, or question number missing. So in the next internals, I want you to be very careful regarding that. Should not miss those things. In exam, what will happen, if I am the exam evaluator, if generally, if question numbers are not there, we will be not having a patience in giving the full marks. So that you should not lose the marks because of just question number, no? Okay. I hope you got that, what mistake you've done. Okay, all of you go for the earlier class, that is multi-stage turbine. Can anyone tell what is the other name for the multi-stage turbine?
Curtis turbine.
Multi-stage turbine, other name for the multi-stage turbine is a Curtis turbine, correct? This chapter is hydraulic. Curtis turbine indicates a multi-stage turbine. Yes. See, now all the problem regarding the single stage we have covered. Now I'll go for the problems based on multi-stage turbine. Yeah, we'll go for this problem. Can you all see this screen? Yeah. All of you copy this question. You please copy this question. And this question is asked in Jan 8 and then December 8 and Jan 9. Many times I prepared this soft copy at that time, but it was asked in that time. Okay, take this. The following particulars relate to a two-row velocity compounded impulse turbine. What do you mean by this? It is two-row velocity compounded impulse turbine. It is nothing but a multi-stage. The steam leaves the nozzle outlet. The steam velocity at nozzle outlet is 650 meter per second. Can you name what is this? The steam velocity at outlet of the nozzle is 650. That means V1, absolute velocity at the inlet. Even though here it is given outlet, the outlet is with respect to the nozzle, but the 650 is with respect to the inlet if I consider for the rotor. Then the mean blade speed is 125 meters per second. That is U. Mean blade speed is U. Nozzle outlet velocity is V1. And nozzle outlet angle is 16 degree. That means alpha 1. See, just to confuse you, he has given outlet. So many students, what you will do? Nozzle outlet means you will take just simply alpha is the nozzle. Outlet means 2. No. Nozzle outlet will be the inlet for the turbine. That will be 16 degree alpha 1. Then outlet angle of the first row of the moving blade is 18 degree. Outlet angle of the fixed guide blade is 22 degree. Outlet angle of second row moving blade is 36. Then steam flow rate is 25 kg per second. All of you copy this question. I'll explain how to write down the data. Next, the ratio of relative velocity at outlet to that at inlet is 0.84 for all the blades. Determine the axial thrust on the blade, power developed, efficiency of the wheel. All of you copy this question. Sir, quiz. I hope everyone has copied that question. Yeah. Can you see the screen? Hello?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So just I'll open the question for my sake. I'll explain you how to write down the data. What he has given, the following particulars relate to the two-row velocity compound. That means you understood that it is a multi-stage turbine. I'll write it either you write as Curtis turbine or multi-stage turbine. So this is the multi-stage turbine. What he has given data. Okay. The steam velocity at nozzle outlet is 650 meters per second. That is V1 is 650 meters per second. There is no doubt in the single stage as well as this. There is no change in single stage or the multi-stage. V1 is always the velocity of the steam which is inlet to the turbine, or the other name is V1 is the velocity of the steam which is coming out or exit from the nozzle. That is 650 meters per second. The mean blade speed is 125, either in D level or 30s. Mean blade speed is nothing but U, and it is 125 meters per second. Is same. And the nozzle outlet angle is 60 degree. Even though he has given outlet, we will write it as 1 because for nozzle it is outlet, but coming for the rotor, this alpha 1 is inlet. So that alpha 1 is 16 degree. Then the outlet angle of the first row of moving blade. The outlet angle of the first row of moving blade. That means beta is the moving blade angle. Outlet is 2. It will be equal to how much it is? 18 degree. It is 18 degree. Then the outlet angle of the fixed guide blade. Guide blade angle is alpha. Outlet is, what is the outlet angle of that alpha? It will be alpha 3. And that is equal to 22 degree. Then the outlet angle of the second row moving blade. Again, moving blade is beta. If you go for the second row, then it will be called as beta 4. Beta 4 is equal to 36 degree. Beta 4 is 36 degree. Then the mass flow rate is 2.5 kg per second. M dot 2.5 kg per second. What he is asking to find the ratio of relative velocity at outlet to the inlet is 0.84. That means CB is equal to 0.84. How many blades will you get? We'll get 3 blades. That means first moving blade, second fixed blade, again second moving blade. So that is telling the CB value is same for all. That means VR2 by VR1 is equal to CB. And again the same value, this is equal to 0.84, that will be equal to V3 by V2, that is equal to VR4 by VR3. He is telling this. That means this is the CB value, the ratio of CB, this is for first moving blade, fixed blade, second moving blade. He is telling it is same. So that I have taken equal and it is equal to 0.84. He is asking you to find out axial thrust on the blades. So either you write on FT or you can also write AT. Axial thrust is how much. Next, power developed. P total. Because there is a multi-stage. So P total. Then the efficiency of the wheel. Efficiency of the blade. Either you can call it as a blade or a wheel. So this is the data given. I've written the data.
1 minute.
Okay, write down the data. Any doubts in writing the data? I hope you have completed. Then write down the scale ratio. So first stage you can proceed. Same whatever the method you have followed in the D-level one, same procedure you draw the velocity triangle for the first stage. So to go for the first stage or to draw the graphical method to draw the velocity triangle, we'll go for scale ratio. So how to take the scale ratio? What is the thumb rule to take the scale ratio? V1, U should be equal to 4 centimeter. If you want U to be 4 centimeter or 3 centimeter, what's supposed to be the value of scale ratio? 1 centimeter is equal to, can you tell? Anyone?
So around 30.
It's coming 31.25.
31.25. So you have to take better scale ratio. 31.525 don't look, it don't look good. So 125 by other values, other scale ratio. You can take any scale ratio, no issue.
So
Okay,
what about
31 point something you told now? That only I take.
31.25?
Okay, I take that only, no issue. 31.25 meters per second. You can take any scale ratio, no problem. But make sure that the U should be either 3 centimeter or 4 centimeter. Don't exceed that 3 or 4 centimeter. Then for multi-stage triangle, to draw the velocity triangle for multi-stage turbine, what you do is take the book, draw the figures horizontal. Don't draw as you draw in the D-level turbine because it cannot accommodate both the stages properly. So if you draw horizontally, it can accommodate the figures properly. So what I do, I will draw a 4 centimeter line. As per the scale ratio, this is what is this called? As per the scale ratio, this is equal to 4 centimeter and this is equal to U. U is finished. From one end of the U, that is from the left hand side end of the U, you start drawing the alpha. Alpha 1. Alpha 1 is 16 degree. So from here, you draw alpha 1 at an angle of 16 degree. So what should be this length? That length should be equal to V1. So V1 is 650. Can I tell what should be the length of V1 as per the scale ratio? Anyone? If I take scale ratio as 31.25, what should be the length of V1 as per the scale ratio? And this is alpha 1.
20.8.
Huh?
20.8.
See, 20 centimeter can you draw here? I think probably it is impossible to fit in a single shape. 20 centimeter it is impossible to fit. Correct?
Yes.
So in this case, what you do is you take this U instead of 4 centimeter, you take as 3 centimeter. You take in such a way that the length of U should be equal to 3 centimeter. Like that, you write a scale ratio. Understood how to write a scale ratio? For a single stage, if you take scale ratio that is U equal to 4 centimeter, you can accommodate properly. But here, if you take U is if the length of U is 4 centimeter, I cannot accommodate V1. So in that case, you take the value of U equal to 3 centimeter. So that how much it will be the scale ratio?
41.6.
Huh?
14.66.
1 point.
41.66, sir.
Oh, I'll take that. 41.66. So if I take scale ratio 1 centimeter is equal to 41.66, then the U length will be 3 centimeter. What will be the length of V1 in that case? Check out. Can you accommodate that? What will be the length of V1?
So 15.6.
15.6.
Yeah. Can you accommodate that 15?
So that is also difficult.
That is also not possible. Then you take this as just 2.5. You take this U should be 2.5. Then you tell me what is the scale ratio.
50, sir.
50, yeah, 50.
Yes.
Okay. If it is 50, can you accommodate V1?
Yes, sir.
It will be 13. We can do it, sir.
Huh?
It will come 13, sir. V1.
Then I think probably you can easily accommodate. See, understood how I found out the scale ratio? Just instead of taking directly 50, I would have taken 50 directly because I know how much to take. I know how it is accommodated. I have taken trial and error method to make you understand better. If I take 4 centimeter, I cannot accommodate V. If I take 3 centimeter, then also I cannot accommodate. If I take 2.5, I can easily accommodate. So in this problem, I taken the scale ratio is equal to 1 centimeter is equal to 50 meters per second. Like that, if I take that, U will be equal to 2.5 centimeter. Now U is 2.5. Alpha 1 is as it is. You draw V1 properly. You take the value of V1 properly. Anybody having doubt in the scale ratio? I hope it is clear. Now what I will do, to complete this velocity triangle, what we did in D-level, same thing here also will do, because this is the first, if I still drawing the first stage, it is nothing but a D-level. If I go for the multi-stage, then it will become Curtis. So to complete this triangle, from this end of the line, I will draw a vertical line. What is the name of this vertical line? This is VA1. This is the VA1. I brought the vertical line. Then from this end, I will join one line where it connects to this point. Simply join the line. It has to connect to this point and extend the U. Extend the value of U further. Close this. So this line is called as VR1, relative velocity, and this is called as beta1. Again, from the distance from here, if I measure, this will be equal to Whirl velocity at the inlet, VU1. VU is called as Whirl velocity. Anybody having doubt in this? How to draw the velocity triangle? Yes. Anybody having doubt?
No, sir.
And one more thing I tell, today also you try to write down the data properly, figures properly in a separate sheet. You make it as first problem in Curtis turbine. I will ask today also the same thing to upload in a quiz. Because for time being, I can only complete the velocity triangles. I cannot find out like force, power, efficiency. I will tell you what is the formula to be used. Just substitute the values in that. You will get the value of force, power, and blade efficiency. So today's quiz will be based on this problem only. The first question I'll ask you to upload this velocity triangle. Second question I can ask you to find out the axial thrust for the same question. Third question will be with respect to the first question, find out power. Fourth will be with respect to the first question, find out the blade efficiency. So that totally it will become 10 marks. So that you try to draw the figures very neatly. If anybody having issue, you ask me, I'll explain. Next. I hope you are done till here. Because already this is known how to do, and many problems we have done in D level and internals also it is done. Then to go for the outlet, from where I supposed to start? Always I supposed to start from this point. If I go for the outlet, I supposed to start from this point, and I supposed to know beta 2 and VR2. So what is beta 2 in the question? In the data it's given. Beta 2 is 18 degree, 18. Beta 2 is 18 degree. You try to draw beta 2 at an angle of 18 degree. I will draw at 18 degree. Simply I'll draw the line, and this line will be equal to angle of this line is beta 2 and this 18 degree. And the name of this line supposed to, I know the name of this line supposed to be VR2. How to get VR2? To get VR2, I'll make use of CB. CB is equal to VR2 by VR1. So what is the CB value? CB value is 0.84. Try to take out VR1 from this. VR1 will be how much meters per second. You can put a table. As you all aware how to put a table, you can put a table. Or shall I show the table how to put? You try to put the table. I'll explain. I hope we can put the table, no? You try to put the tables. First, now here you will get 4 tables. One is inlet and outlet for the first stage. Again, inlet and outlet for second stage. 4 tables you will get. But in D level, you will get only 2 for inlet and outlet because it's only 1 stage. But here you will get 4 tables. First 2 tables tells about inlet, outlet with respect to the first stage. Inlet and outlet with respect to the second stage. That table is not mandatory. Without the table also, you can find out all the values. But if you put the table, it will be easy for you for further steps. So VR1, how much you got? Anyone can tell the answer? Or shall I tell the answer? You got
55 I got, sir.
50?
535. 535.
Yeah, just a minute, I'll check out. 535. Okay. Others?
Yes, sir, same.
Okay. 535 meters per second. So convert this to scale ratio, you try to draw VR2. Once this is done, you think that the velocity outlet velocity triangle is simple. So how to draw? Just to drop a vertical line. Vertical line is dropped, and the name for this vertical line, whatever you have dropped here, is VA2. And finish this by extending the U, and from here you join the line from one end of the U to the apex of the triangle. So the name of this line is V2, and this angle is called alpha 2. And the distance from here to here is U. Viral velocity at exit VU2. So you can draw the triangle, all the values, whatever we got the values for the inlet and outlet, you can put a table. Can you do this? And one more hint I'll give you to identify whether your solution is correct or wrong. Always for turbines, the inlet should be bigger and outlet should be small. Check out here. VA1 is bigger and VA2 is small. That means you can see in the figure only, directly you can see the inlet portion is this. That is bigger and this is small. If that is correct, then the solution will be correct. I think in internal, somebody has done mistake. For this, what he has done is, inside means the inlet stage is smaller, he has drawn, the outlet he has drawn bigger. So you should know that somewhere you are doing mistake. Where you will do mistake is in this case. By taking the ratio, if we take VR1 by VR2, then definitely outlet will become bigger. It is not correct. Outlet should be always lesser as compared to the inlet triangle. So that is one more thumb rule to check whether you are done correct or not. So if that is the case, if I saw the triangle and if I identify this is bigger than the inlet, then entire solution will be 0. The entire solution is wrong, then we'll mark it as 0. Okay. So be careful. The outlet triangle should be smaller as compared to the inlet triangle always. I hope you can draw the table. You can put a table. I hope you can put the table. Then I'll proceed further. To proceed further, what I will do, I will extend the U with the thin line. Why I am extending this U? Because U for the first stage and the second stage is same. So I have dropped the vertical line from both the ends of U. And now I am going for the second stage. This is the first stage. Inlet, first stage outlet. Now I am going for second stage inlet. To go for the second stage inlet, first let me draw the U value. So this is U. Here also arrow mark. So again this is equal to U. No need to write here U, but here same thing I dropped here. No? So no need to write it. But you should know, as a first problem, I'm writing U here as well as here. The value of U here also is same. So how to start in this? So assume that this is the first stage for you. Can you tell where I started, whether I started from this point or this point? Whether I started from left hand or the right hand side? I started from here, correct? Usually I used to draw the line. What is the angle I supposed to take here? If it is the first stage, I supposed to draw the line at an angle of alpha 1. But now it is the second stage, I supposed to draw the line from here at an angle of alpha 2, alpha 3. What is alpha 3? Check out here. Whether he is given alpha 3, yes. Alpha 3 is given as 22 degree. So again, we'll start from here at an angle of 22 degree. I'll draw the line. You draw this line as alpha 3 at an angle of 22 degree. So what has to come here? Value V3 has to come. How to get V3? Generally, we will take V1 value if it is single stage. If it is multi-stage, V3 I supposed to get. How to get V3? What should be the length of this V3? Again, V3 we will find out for this is CB. CB is equal to V3 by V2 for multi-stage. This is for fixed blade, no? V3 by V2. That in the formula sheet also I have given. So CB is equal to V3 by V2. So you can easily find out what is V3 value in terms of meters per second. You find out what is V3 value. That also you can find out. Can anyone tell the value? What is V3? Can you tell what is the V3? I'll do one thing. I will do one thing. I'll explain the procedure.
275, sir.
Huh?
275.
Okay. I'll write the values what you got. I don't know. Others you check out. 275 meters per second. As per the scale ratio, you calculate what will be V3 in that case. If it is 275?
5.5.
5.5. You draw 5.5 centimeter line. I think probably it will end up here, for example. If it is ending here, if you know these three, U, alpha and V, I can complete the triangle. How to complete? Drop a vertical line, name this as VA3, extend this U, join the line from this apex to the one end of the U. So this is called as VR3 and this will be equal to beta 3. So the length from here to here will be equal to VU3. Viral velocity at the inlet of second stage. Viral velocity at the inlet of the second stage. See, for second stage, inlet is 3 and outlet is 4. So you have completed that. Then to go for the outlet, to go for the second stage outlet, what I need? I need beta 4. Means I supposed to start usually from here, from this point. That is beta 4. What is beta 4? We'll go for the problem. Beta 4 is clearly given. Beta 4 is equal to 36 degree. Beta 4 is 36 degree. So I will draw 36 degree line. I will draw one line at an angle of 36. That is equal to beta 4. You draw the line at an angle of 36 degree beta 4. Next question is what should be the length of this? What has to come on that line? I know on this line VR4 has to come. What is VR4? How to find out VR4? VR4 can be found out again from CB. CB is equal to VR4 by, VR4 by VR3. You know VR3, CB is given that is 0.84. You find out VR4 in meters per second. VR4 you find out. So you will get a value. Convert that to scale ratio, you draw the line. So this line will end up somewhere here. I know where it will end. It will end up here. It is not exceeding further. If it is ending here, how to draw the velocity triangle? Simply drop a vertical line. All of you observe here. Later on you can solve. Observe here how to solve this. Later on you can solve the further step. You draw the line equal to the VR4. From here, you drop a vertical line. And the name of this vertical line will be always equal to VA4. VA4. Either this VR4 can come here. From here also you can drop a vertical line. If it is here, you drop a vertical line. Wherever if the VR4 ended, you drop a vertical line. And the name of that line is VA4. Done. Join from this line to this point to this end to this end. So this will be equal to V4. And alpha 4 will be this one. Alpha 4 is greater than 90 degree now. Alpha 4 is bigger than 90 degree, it's higher than the 90 degree value. So what is VU4 in this case? In this case, VU4 will be this two distance. VU4. That is VU4. Because it went, the velocity triangle of the exit went inside. So that it is called as the VU4 will be inside. Okay. Then in that, if I ask, if wherever, if for example, if I ask you to find out work done, efficiency, power, whatever, you're supposed to write like this: VU1 plus VU2 for the first stage plus VU3 minus of VU4 for the second stage. Or you can write like this. This will be simple for you. Plus and minus. Why I included minus symbol here inside the bracket? Because VU4 inside went inside. So wherever we are substituting this in the formula, VU1 plus VU2 plus VU3 plus VU4 you can substitute if the velocity triangle went outside. So if it is inside, I'll retain the plus as it is. I'll put a negative symbol inside the bracket. This negative symbol indicates, without seeing the velocity triangle, I can understand this negative symbol. Because of the negative symbol, this outlet velocity triangle came inside and alpha 4 is greater than 90 degrees because of this negative symbol. Because of this negative symbol, alpha 4 is greater than 90 degree. Clear? Anybody having doubt? If you're having doubt, please ask me. So now I'll go for what he is asking. Axial thrust, work done, sorry, power developed and FE. Just I read the formula, you can write later on. FA, axial thrust is equal to m dot VU1 plus VU2 plus VU3 plus of minus VU4. So this is FA. You can find out and tell me the value later on in newtons. Then power developed, P is equal to m dot U VU1 plus VU2 plus of VU3 plus minus VU4. This is the formula for power development in kilowatts. If we divide by 1000, we'll get in watts. That you know already. Then efficiency. Blade efficiency is equal to work done or power developed divided by half into V1 square. What is work done? Work done will be equal to U VU1 plus VU2 plus of VU1 plus so that is the formula for work done. That formula sheet already shared with you. You can have a look of the formulas. Efficiency, work done, everything I already shared. So in today's quiz, I'll ask you to find out the value of FA, P, blade efficiency, work done separately, and then also velocity triangle. Anybody having doubts in any of the problem, in any of the stage? Formula, all the formulas are already given. Just you need to be careful about VU4. VU4 will be negative in this problem. In the same problem, this VR4 went outside means then VU4 will be positive. So all of you type your USA number only once. All of you type your USA number in chat box only once. Don't type twice. Only once you type your USA number. If anybody having doubts, you ask me.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, could you explain how we found the value of VR1? I didn't quite understand that part.
VR1 now.
Yes, sir, on top, sir.
Yeah, can anyone explain? Hello? Okay, I'll explain that. See, this VR1, no need to find out. See, we know U, we know alpha 1, we know V1. If you know those three, just you drop a vertical line and extend this U, I'll get VA. Done. Any of you know one end of the U and apex of this. Connect those two. Whatever the length you are getting, that is VR1.
Okay, sir.
Okay?
Sir, so over here we are like you have found out the value of VR1, that is 535 meters per second. So here you're putting the value of CB and VR2 and finding VR1.
Yes, yes. No,
Sir,
no,
but-
VR1 we got from this figure. We
Then sir,
got
you
value
found
of
out the
VR1
value of VR2.
For getting a VR2, I have substituted this formula.
Okay, okay. So then we have found out the value of VR2, not VR1.
Oh, sorry, here I written 2, no?
Yes, sir, yes. Sir.
Correct, correct. Sorry. This is VR2. Yeah. Because VR1 we got from the figure, VR2 we'll find here, V3 and VR4. Good observation. Any others having doubts? Anyone else having a doubt?
No, sir. No doubt.
Okay. Say, attend, all of you go for the quiz. I'll give enough time for the quiz. After the lunch break only you can upload, no issue. You can upload the quiz after the lunch break because I want you to draw the actual figure. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. All of you be online so that you can join for the next class.